I'm going to put butter in there. And what we're making here is my favorite egg, Wisconsin scramble. And this is a little more in depth for the beginners, but it's pretty easy to do. You should be able to handle it. So I'm going to crack 2 eggs in a bowl. The reason we're doing that, we're going to scramble them. If you get a yolk, a shell in there, just pull it out. Then we'll do another one.
Make sure the whole pan is coated in butter nicely.
You know, that pan's getting way too warm right now, so we're going to set it off. Like I said, if you need to let it cool down just a little bit, just set it off to the side. And you're going to take a fork, poke the yolks so they break, and then try stirring them up, and they should. The motion I'm using is a round motion. So you're just flipping around in a circle so the egg picks up from the bottom and flips over the top. I like salt and pepper in mine, so we're going to put some salt and pepper. This is a Wisconsin, so now I'm going to put some cream cheese in it. And I'm just going to cut that in little pieces because it melts much better. Now you can soften it in the microwave or something like that, but like I said, to make it easy, just cut a strip and get as much cheese as you think you need. It usually takes that little slice to do this 2 eggs worth. If they're store-bought eggs, might need 3 eggs. These are really big eggs because they're from the chickens, not from a store-bought chicken. So now we're gonna put the pan back on. We got our cheese cut and ready. We got our bag up here. Butter's already sizzling. Dump the yolk in.
The mix. We done the whole mix. 2 eggs scrambled.
And she's cooking away already. Now scrambled eggs, again, people mess this up a lot. It's an easy dish to do, but it's an easy dish to mess up. If you let those yolks sit there too long, your eggs are going to get very dry. So we're just going to start moving it around. I'll see you. It's like kind of like an omelet almost. So if you grab this and push up with your spatula, tip the pan, you'll get a little more egg out there, and you just kind of gently break it apart. You just don't want to be, you want to be gentle with your food. Don't get so rough with it. A lot of people will sit there and chop, 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 and none of that required. So now that I got the bottom cooked, I already flipped it because it's a very thin egg. I'm going to pull it off the heat right at the minute, even though it's not done. See, it's not done yet. It's about 80% done because I got to have time for the cheese to melt. So I'm going to make sure my cream cheese, I'm just making sure it hits the pan. I don't want it in the egg so it's not going to melt right there in the egg.
Then we slowly cook it, then we take it apart away and add cheese on
That's
the side.
just cheddar jack cheese. I'm going to put it back on my burner. You can hear it sizzling right away, and I'm going to mash these pieces down that were in there because we don't want big chunks of cream cheese. So that pan's still hot. It'll mash real easy. That's why I left it in a pan, not in the egg. So then once you get it mixed, you can kind of fold it into the egg. And see this cheese starting to melt now. You don't, right here, see how the cheese is melting on these pans? So we're going to flip it one time and we're taking it off the heat. That egg is done. Now we're just trying to get the scramble to come together into a cheesy egg scramble. Again, probably not the healthiest dish. I'm pushing very gently. Now I'm chopping up so I get some more pieces.
So for those people who don't know how to flip, you can just use a spatula and kind of rotate. Pick up the egg and flip it about upside down. You want to show them how? You pick it up.
Yeah, let me get this cheese chunk clumped up. Okay, so if you didn't have this, you just take your spatula, gently put it under and fold it. Yeah. See all the cheese on the bottom? So then you kind of just spread it out, fold it. Spread it out, and now that we got all that nice cheese in there, we only used probably an ounce and a half of cheese. I know it looks like a lot, but there isn't that much there. So now we're going to put that in there. And that's my breakfast. It's a Wisconsin scramble. Again, basic. I go over this more in probably another video to make a more elaborate one, but this is a very basic 2 cheese. It's just got cheddar cheese and cream cheese and a scrambled egg. Thank you very much. Come see us again and get some more great recipes. This is how we do it.